Can you tell us more about the precise location where this has happened, and how large was the convoy? How is it that one particular vehicle was targeted? Was there no security around the vehicle or any other advanced party around the convoy?
See, Arnav, what has happened? This was a pre-planned attack by the terrorists. This was an ambush that they have led for the convoy. But being a dry day, there was no convoy of the Indian Army, and only one vehicle was on that very route. This route is around 2 kilometers from the Bhimbergali Brigade of the Indian Army. And when this vehicle reached that, the terrorists might have seen this as an opportunity to target the vehicle. And then all of a sudden, they opened fire at the vehicle. The Jawan of the Indian Army, the Rashtra Rifles, those who was at the co-driver side, he retaliated to the terrorist fire. But the terrorists, we are told, were multiple in numbers, and we have got access to some of the images that clearly shows that the vehicle of the Indian Army was attacked from the multiple sides. So there is a high possibility that the number of the terrorists is 3 to 4 that have attacked the convoy from both the sides, because there are bullet marks on the rear tire of the vehicle, on the front windshield, even inside the diesel tank. That means on the left side, on the right side, and even in the front, there are bullet marks that clearly shows that the terrorists have attacked this vehicle from all sides, and then they lobbed grenade at this convoy, at this vehicle of the Indian Army, in which 6 Jawans of the Rashtra Rifles were travelling in. And the
visuals seem to indicate here.
But the terrorists taking the advantage.
Gursimran, the visuals seem to indicate that this truck was attacked from close proximity, General Bakshi. So it's a well-planned ambush. This is not like they've taken advantage of the vegetation and the weather at the last minute. This route is used very often. You've served in that sector, General Bakshi. When you see these visuals, the question I didn't get an answer from is, when an army vehicle with personnel from Rashtra Rifles moves, they're obviously a potential target. What would be the security SOP which should have been followed, if any, during such movement?
Arnav, you are absolutely right. I was General Officer commanding Romeo Force, looking after the districts of Rajouri and Poonch. I would just like to recount that we had that major operation Sat Vinash in that area, where we had hounded out the terrorists from the Hill Kaka base, and in the wake of that we had carried out concerted operations 2003 to 5, and that area had been absolutely pacified by the time I had left. It has been, south of the Pir Panjals, the area has been dormant for a long time, and that unfortunately seems to have let complacency set in. There is no question of a lone vehicle moving in such an area unless that area has been sanitized. And if you can't, for some reason, that was a dry day, then a single lone vehicle should not have gone. There should have been multiple vehicles there. But in any case, I'm sure the Romeo Force will take care of this. They will retaliate. But Arnav, the main point is, this is a deliberate attack by Pakistan to give us, tarnish our image at the time when India is heading the G20 and the SCO meeting is taking place. Pakistan, a moribund state in meltdown condition, going in for almost civil war, is hell-bent on raking up the Kashmir issue. And I think it's about time that we threw that stupid ceasefire over the fence and we revert to the proactive stance of Uri and Balakot. For far too long, we've given Pakistan a long rope to hang itself with. We do not need to confine ourselves to reactive consequence management operations. We need to now hit across the LC. This group has clearly infiltrated across the LC within the last night or so, would now be trying to head back. I'm sure they'll try and nab this group while it heads back. But even if we can't, we need to retaliate across. And I think the first thing should be the ceasefire should go. I don't know why this Gandhian mindset has come in. We need to revert to the Uri and Balakot mindset. For every one life that is lost here, there must be 10 lives that they have to pay for across the border, across the line of control.
Now the timing.